Hi guys, this is Maggie from Magnificent Tarot, and I am back with a new series called Love Notes from Spirit. And I decided to do a new series aside from my, you versus them, how do they feel, and the soulmate readings and the mid-month readings. I wanted to switch things up, and I wanted to do something that was in alignment with what I really want, with the direction that I want my channel to go in. I want my channel to be focused around um, the the spiritual growth of these soulmate interactions, because I know a lot of people watch tarot readings because they want to know if someone's coming back and if they're going to be with a particular person, and there's this energy of desperation, and I want people to understand that there is more to these connections than just being with this person. um, a lot of times people are neglecting the fact that there is a lesson. There's something that needs to be healed. This is why you're going through some of these situations. And these situations are so difficult. So I wanted to give you guys an inspiring message that's coming from your trusted spiritual teams, coming from source, directly coming from your higher self, possibly from ancestors that have already crossed over, or ancestors that are not known to you, that are protecting you and guiding you. I wanted to convey a message of hope and inspiration. Okay, so these notes are coming from this spiritual world. Hey, I thought I was unlisted. Hey, you guys. Okay, so this is a live one. Wow. I wanted to do this unlisted. Okay, well, it's too late now. So, thank you for joining me. Um, I just haven't really been getting a lot of visibility on YouTube. So, um, I tried the lives out. I was trying something new. Oh, I got Wi-Fi, by the way, so my connection should be. I was trying something new. Hold on. Okay, so my connection should be way better. So there shouldn't be any issues with sound quality and all that jazz. Thank you for the 3 people that are still here. Please say hello. But yeah, so I wanted to have something that was more inspirational. So let's get started. This is a general reading, okay? And I want you guys to really take this message and use your higher knowing and understanding to decipher what's trying to be conveyed to you. And please let me know if there's any issues with connection. There shouldn't be, because I am. Hi, Aurora Isis. Thank you so much for saying hello. I appreciate you. Thank you. But please let me know if there's any issues. But I do have high speed data. There shouldn't be any issues with connection or sound. But if you hear anything, if it's not clear, let me know, please. Oh, you other 4 people, can you like the video and say hello? So let's get started. So I'm going to be working from 3 decks. This is my new deck, and it's from it's called the Psychic Tarot from the Heart, and it's by John Holland. It's beautiful, beautiful illustrations. I love it. I'm going to be using my Energy Oracle deck as usual. Um, and I'm going to use my tarot deck here, which is just a simple tarot deck. It's not the universal, but I love the depictions and the illustrations. Okay, so we're going to start. Spirit of the universe, please give me a divine love note for our beautiful Taurian sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Please give me a divine message. Remember, these messages can come from your ancestors, both known and unknown, people that have already crossed over, your higher self, your spiritual team, spirit guides. And this could come directly from God or source. Okay? Oh, really? My mom passed away January 28th, 2006, and it's been 13 years, and I just visited her. So the love note that's coming up is the 6 of Cups. Okay, that's the first one. So they want to talk about your fixation on the past or the negative events of the past. Let's get your next set of cards here from this deck. So thank you. Awaiting results. Yeah. We have a 6 and a 7. That's interesting. And we'll get the last note from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, so far for these messages. I will clarify if I need to build on the message, but the message is already coming out very clear to me that you've had a difficult past, and this is for people that experience traumatic childhood events and in different capacities. Okay, what you consider to be. Yeah, me too, because my mom died in 2006, and it was the first time I visited her grave this year, 2019. I couldn't bring myself to going there. Thank you for the 5 people that are watching. Wow, appreciation. Spirit is asking to appreciate the things you have. I want to go ahead and get started on this note. This note is very powerful. There is a negative fixation on the past, or there has been some traumatic events that you experienced during your childhood that are affecting or influencing the events in your adult life. Okay, and with the 6 of Cups, this is a fixation or on the past, but then there's also this energy of you, some sort of desperation about the future, or some longing, some future longing of where you want to be in the future. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups here. I'm using my deck. It's called Tarot of the Orishas. It's a very powerful deck, and I don't bring it out. I usually bring it out for more spiritual readings. Wow, right? For more magical related readings, but I wanted to bring it out because we have here a 5, 6, 7, and this is 5 of Cups, 5 of Water in the reverse. Spirit is asking you to offload those negative emotions of the past here, because we have 2 water cards, 5 and a 6. So you guys have experienced some traumatic events, and you guys are still healing from those events, from childhood, from the past, but this is stemming from childhood. And if you look at the illustration on this card, these cards are very beautifully illustrated. He's holding on to this branch. He's trying to keep himself from going under. And as you can see, the branch is about to break here. So let's put it in the upright so you can actually see what's being depicted here. So he's trying his best not to drown in all this water, this emotion. But it's because it's coming in the reverse. This is a release. This is you. Spirit is asking you, someone is asking you, please, to release those pains of the past, because you don't have to hold on. You don't have to hold on to these pains anymore, because he's holding on to this branch, and Spirit is saying, please don't hold on. Your spiritual team, your person that's trying to reach out to you is asking you to let go. And they're asking you to surrender. And it's funny because Aries, I titled their video Surrender to Love. They're asking you to just let go, because you're afraid of drowning. You're afraid of dealing with the pain or facing it, because you're afraid of drowning. You're afraid of losing yourself, but you already lost yourself because you kept yourself there in the past. You've already lost yourself. And they're saying that if you don't let go of the past, you're going to keep repeating it with the 6 here. But this is childhood, definitely. Children, childhood, something with children. Mommy, daddy issues here. Clarify 6 of Cups further for me, please. Clarify 6 of Cups. I'm pulling from a different deck here. I'm using the Universal Rider-Waite Tarot now. I'm clarifying this with 2 different cards here so that I can build a message. But I also see that there is a backwards energy, which is because you keep looking back. We have the 6 to the 5. You keep going back. When you keep going back, you stunt your progress to move forward in life. Can you please like the video? We got 8 people. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Appreciate you guys for watching and joining me today. It's 5 to the 6, and they're asking you to let go of the pain. There's something that you remember about the past that's not really clear. Look at these cups. Who said this in their video? I was watching somebody's video, and they mentioned the cups being full of flowers instead of water. But flowers are good here, because for me, I feel like the flowers are growth. The flowers are life. It's like this is bringing life back to you in the upright. This is what how I would interpret it. Interpret the flowers. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this guy back here. Can y'all see this? It just creeped me out. This guy is watching these two kids here. Do you see that? I don't want to talk about that part. Something just freaked me out, you guys. Sorry. Thank you for liking, you guys. Okay, there go my 8. Is there the connection okay, you guys? Clarify the so the give me a second. Let me take in the information. It's coming in very strong. Because whatever this was very traumatic. It was hard. You created a false reality to deal with it. Oh my God. Decartmentalize. You decartmentalize whatever it was. Disassociation. Disassociative. There's something psychological that happened with you with this particular situation, that you had to create a false memory to deal with whatever this pain was. But what's happening is that this memory, it's like it's starting to come through, or it started to throughout your life. You started to remember bits and pieces of it. It was very difficult. Clarify the 6 of Cups further. That's too many cards, Spirit. Just one card. So they're asking you to let go. Devil in reverse. It had a hold on you. And this is another 6. We have 3 6s here. This is about 6s in the tarot. There, it's about a transition, and it's also about finding harmony and balance, and finding a resolution or solution to a situation. And in this case, your solution is whatever this is, this pain, this thing that you keep holding on to. They're saying, please detach from it. It is not serving you. It almost became it's an obsession to this at this point, because you can't stop looking back. You can't. Look at her. She's looking back at the past. Do you see how she's looking back? This is about awaiting results too. For some of you guys, what I'm seeing is that there has been a breakup with a soulmate that was a soulmate connection that was very important, very that impacted your life in a very dramatic way, and you keep looking back and in hopes that this person may return. And because there is a looking back in hopes that they may return, or looking back at what happened, you're stunting your progress forward, because there is a focus on the negative aspects of the connection. There's a focus on the negative of the absence or the lack of love in your life, or the absence of someone. So there is a focus on lack. Okay. And because there's a focus on lack, you're attracting some more negativity, or the reality that you're attracting, or what you're creating, is a negative reality is what they're saying to me. And I can't barely speak, because whoever I'm channeling, or whoever is coming, bringing this information to me, their energy is very heavy, so it's hard for me to get the words out. So just in case you may be wondering why I'm stuttering. It's not that I can't speak. It's because this information is the way it's being given to me. It's given to me through, I'm feeling it. It's like it's not like I'm hearing it. It's like I'm feeling it, and it's very overwhelming. So excuse me, I may stutter through this particular message, because this person that this Taurian that has been through this traumatic event couldn't speak they weren't able to talk about it, and they have problems with expressing themselves because of this too as well. Um, my twin flame ex was his soulmate. Also, my ex and my twin flame ex was his soulmate. I'm not sure. Can you request? Can you rephrase the question? Yeah, I don't know. It's just like this energy is so super heavy. It's sitting right on my chest, and I can barely get the words out. So the awaiting results card is, it says you put much energy into creating and attracting the relationships you desire and are eager to see positive results. Patience is needed. I feel like there is some sort of obsession or some sort of waiting or looking back, because she's looking back at the past. And it's almost like you're to the point where you've been holding on to whatever this is, and it's like this branch is about to give in, and you're basically about to drown in this water, but they're asking you to let it go because it is a toxic attachment, if you were wondering. And devil usually means karmic. It doesn't always mean karmic, but in this particular spread, it for me, I'm feeling karmic. I don't see twin flame here. I see soulmate karm, but this is karmic with the six of cups and this devil, which is two sixes here. Okay, nines is the six is an inverted nine. So if you were to take a number nine, which is a spiritual number, and flip it over, it, it's it's more of, this connection is more based on some sort of karmic lesson that you were supposed to learn, but this brought you a lot of pain, and somebody is holding on to the pain. And this is someone you may have known from childhood. This is also this note is also being conveyed um, this way because the reason why you attracted this particular soulmate, or the relationships you had, which were tumultuous and hard, is because of childhood issues and traumas that you experienced. So if you're someone that had numerous relationships that seemed like they were basically the same, you know what I mean? Like this would be for someone that dealt with people that cheated on them, like every guy they ever dated cheated, or every guy they ever dated beat them, or every guy I ever dated lied, or every guy I ever dated, you know, did me dirty. It's a cycling type of thing where you're realizing that, oh, I see, I understand what you're saying now, Aurora. But you're realizing now that this looking back, or this fixation on the past, you're realizing that it's becoming a toxic behavior, and it is causing physiological issues. And this is, psychological things where mentally it's messing with you because you cannot get over it. It's just like you try to, but you can't. And again, because you're still awaiting, you're waiting. There's an energy of waiting and waiting and waiting. This is like the Seven of Pentacles, by the way. You're waiting. It's like it's a deep rooted thing here. Like you see all these roots, very deep rooted pain that this is causing, but this is a pain that stemmed from childhood. This is a pain that stemmed from some traumatic event that made you forget about your worth, your value. It took your power in a sense. So you're focusing your energy only on the past, but spirit is asking you to release here, because we have two cards asking Five of Cups, that regret, that worry, that the shame and all that other stuff. They're asking you to release it, and the attachment to it, they're asking you to release it because it has become toxic, and you were dealing with someone toxic, and it is very karmic here. With the awaiting results card, this is about patience, assessment, outcomes, and alternatives. Sevens are about assessments, and sevens are very spiritual numbers because it gives you the time to reflect on. And I think that that's what you're doing a lot. You're reflecting on the things that happened to you in your life. You're reflecting on the past, or this past relationship, or there's a fixation again on the pain And I kind of feel like it's more than just this last relationship or the relationship that you're in now. I feel like it's a culmination of everything you've been through. And it says here, patience is needed, however. Reshaping attitudes and beliefs takes time. Refining yourself that you so that you'll attract just the right person is a process. If you find yourself becoming frustrated at the apparent lack of visible change, step back and focus on something other than your relationships for a while. There we go. Focus on something other than your relationships, because there's a fixation on a relationship or events of the past that were traumatic, all starting from childhood. This is the soulmate card, and this is you desiring some sort of reconciliation, but there is a negative fixation on the events of that relationship because it was toxic. So Spirit is asking you to shift your focus. The note for you today is it's time for you to shift your focus away from things that no longer serve you, things that are bringing in lack, because the reason there's lack here, when you are so focused on this situation of the past or this relationship, it is going to prevent you and keep you distracted from getting the abundance that is required to move forward in your life. Because right next to it, we have another card that talks about lack, which is the appreciation card. This is now focusing on other things and being and inviting gratitude into your experience, because there is a focus on loss or the absence of something. And that is it's like you're stuck in a consciousness of lack. Okay. And they're saying here that when you're feeling more detached, you will be in a better position to notice any improvements. And there's the detachment card right here. Okay. If you've invested enough time, then take a moment to evaluate your progress. Are your efforts bearing fruit? If you're in a situation where you're dealing with a person that is toxic or maybe karmic, and you're having negative experiences with this person's causing you a lot of grief, sadness, hurt, and pain, they're asking you to reflect on the time and effort that you've been putting into this relationship, and they're asking you, is it worth it? Or you've been waiting on this person to change or to step up or to do whatever you expect them to do, and they're asking you, is all this patience and this waiting worth it? They're asking you to reflect. Okay. Are you seeing the desired changes in your interactions with others? If yes, excellent, carry on. If not, it may be time to shift your approach. Look for an alternative strategy to effect the change you desire. What works with one person may not work with another. When working on yourself, be sure that you are being true to who you are and not simply following society's formula for relationships. Okay? Be true to yourself. You may need to take a completely different approach, because there's an energy of you waiting and waiting on something to come to fruition. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's going to come with this combination of cards. These are 6, the 5, and the 6 here, negative energies here, because it kind of gives me an energy of pain. This is all I'm feeling, pain. And there's a fixation on the past. 5 of Cups is you looking at the 3 spilled cups. And they're asking you to turn around because it's reversed. So this is saying, listen, it's time for you to turn around. There's 2 cups behind you. 6 of Cups is you fixated on the past, but this is the negative fixation. This is like nostalgia, but you're just focusing on all the things that went wrong. And then and it also means in the reverse, there's a longing for something in the future. It's like you're wanting to have some sort of future with this person that's toxic, but Spirit is asking you to detach from this person, because this person is not in alignment, or this person is no longer you're no longer resonate with this relationship, because this relationship is obviously not bringing you any fulfillment. And then here we are seeing you waiting on the fruits of your labor. You've invested a lot of time. You've been patient. You've been waiting on this person. And you're still looking back, waiting, and like, when are you going to step up to the plate? When am I going to bear fruits? All these seeds that I planted in this relationship, I don't see the fruits of my labor. Like I'm not getting anything. All I'm doing is investing all my time and energy, And I'm putting down roots, and putting down roots means that there's no change, there's no transmuting, and it means that you're stuck. Thank you, Spirit. And again, another five. Five of Pentacles in reverse. There's the loss. There's the fixation on the absence. And there, this energy, even though this is a love note, Spirit is telling somebody that you need to get out of this consciousness of lack and stop complaining about how things didn't go right for you and how things are always going wrong and how you're always getting the short end of the stick. And they're asking you to bring yourself back out from the cold here. I just want to take note of the lovers at the bottom. I'm not going to grab the lovers, but that is a decision that you need to make. And it's a decision about your highest good and what is best for you here. What is it that you truly desire? And like I read from this card here, awaiting results, I want to read the first one sentence here because it's really important. If you find yourself becoming frustrated at the apparent lack of visible change, step back and focus on something other than your relationships for a while. I need you to really take that in. Let's look at appreciation really quick. We have five of Pentacles. We have Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Again, change is needed here. They're coming in the reverse because Spirit is asking you, change your perspective. This is about loss. This is about feeling left out in the cold. Somebody is separated from you, or you got a divorce and you're still stuck looking back. Woe is me. Hey, Deanna. In the reverse, this is definitely a needing to separate. If you're married to this person, this is definitely a toxic relationship, and it's not bringing you fulfillment. You've been putting so much time and energy in this. Spirit is saying, when are you gonna free yourself? When are you gonna free yourself? Because yeah, you've been with this person. Yeah, you've been with them you knew them since childhood, and you put so much time and energy, and you're waiting on something to happen, but it's not happening. It's just not. Or if you separated and you're waiting on this person to come back here, I mean, Five of Pentacles can mean somebody want to come back from out of the cold, but I don't see that here for this card here. I want to clarify with the Universal Rider-Waite deck. Spirit, thank you for all these cards, but I just need one, please. Let's try again. Clarify the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Why are you showing me the Five of Pentacles for this love note? And these are love notes from your spiritual team, spirit guides, ancestors, both known and unknown, people that crossed over, source, God, whoever you call God. These are messages that they want to convey to you. And this is a message that is highly important and imperative for you to understand, because you're in a place where you are stuck and you're not going to be able to move forward or get the whatever it is that you're trying to achieve here, because you're not only trying to achieve love, you want abundance. And this whole relationship is messing up, and I was going to use I want to keep the vibration high. It's knocking you off your kilter to the point where it's messing with your money. You don't feel very abundant right now because I feel an energy of lack around you because you're so fixated on it. You're fixated on lack, the absence of someone, the lack of love in my life, the fact that things don't never go right for me, the fact that, it's been a hard life. I've always had it hard, but you always had it hard because that's what you're fixated on. So it's time to shift your perspective now. Five of Pentacles. Why is Five of Pentacles here for this love note? Why is Five of Pentacles here for this love note, please? Thank you. Wow. Four of Cups. Again, we had that backwards energy, 5 to the 4. Okay. Four of Cups, discontent, dissatisfaction, disappointment, lack. So they're asking, again, they're coming in the reverse because they're asking you to shift. Four of Cups. Again, we have lots of cups here. Coming in the reverse is you're needing to rejoin the world again. It's like you created this bubble and you have put yourself in some sort of isolation, or you're missing opportunities to have a fulfilling, prosperous life because you're so fixated on the past and you're unable to move on past a broken relationship, move on from a person that's no good from you, move on from hurt feelings, hurt pains, and hurts from the past. And I understand it was very hard. And this is for the people that experienced a traumatic childhood. These are people that grew up with no father, or grew up in an abusive home, and now they're attracting abusive partners. I do understand how hard and difficult your life has been. I do understand that because you're so used to it being so hard and so painful that that's all you know. I understand. But if you want a better life, you have to want it just as bad. And in order for you to have the better life and the love and the prosperity that you deserve, you have to make a choice to shut the door to that old self, the self that was inflicted with so much suffering, and you have to claim your happiness now. And what they're saying is that you don't have to keep missing opportunities for this happiness. The universe is trying to give you a cup, and all they're saying is to turn around, face the future, stop looking back to the past. Okay, so let's look at appreciation here. I don't want to make this too long, and I hope this is resonating for somebody out there. So appreciation is card 15, and this is about um, gratitude. And a lot of times this is as simple as just shifting your whole mindset from what you don't have to being grateful for the things that you do have. Damn, I don't have a man, and oh, I don't have a husband, and oh, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. All you got to do is shift your focus. This card shows a woman holding a single rose. She enjoys the scent and beauty of the single blossom. Yet around and behind her are bramble bushes. Bramble bushes have lots of thorns on them, okay? But instead of focusing on these, worried that she might get caught in the prickly branches of difficulty, she's not worried about getting caught in their branches of difficulty. Instead, she's pausing to experience the blessings of the single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice, because she is choosing not to focus on the difficulties. So now the sun is coming out, shining on her choice, and the tiny buds waiting, and on the tiny buds waiting to open up. This card upright is telling you that you have much to be grateful for. And like the flowering bush behind a woman on the card, there is more to come that you can't yet see. Congratulate yourself for every moment that you choose appreciation. This decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value, and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness to your life. Not only is it asking you to appreciate what you have, it's asking you to appreciate yourself, to stop putting yourself down, to stop doubting yourself, to stop speaking ill about yourself, or stop using negative affirmations. We make negative affirmations all the time and we don't even realize it, because sometimes we say things and we don't realize that we're inviting negative vibrations into our lives. Like, for example, when you say things like, I'm broke, and when your friends be like, girl, can I borrow $1 or something, and you're like, girl, I'm broke. And sometimes we don't realize, we just say it because it's just we're programmed to say certain things. That's just a little example. I mean, this is deeper than that, than saying I'm broke. This is like saying to yourself that I'm not good enough, and maybe I don't deserve certain things, or I don't deserve to be with a certain person. Or you may not verbally state it, but you're the way you act and the way you speak and the way you carry yourself speaks volumes. So you may carry yourself a certain way in a relationship that resembles undeservedness, or resembles low self-worth and low self-value because you weren't appreciated by other people externally, and you began to believe that reality, and you stopped appreciating yourself internally and externally. And because you stop appreciating yourself for the things you have to offer, you therefore attracted a vibrational match to that energy. So now it's time to shift out of that. And it's time to appreciate yourself, and what you have and what you can offer. And this is a love reading, so specifically in a relationship. So this is about appreciation and being grateful that you made it past these tumultuous and difficult situations and difficult relationships. Be appreciative that you are still alive and that you still have opportunities to experience love. Clarify the appreciation card. Why is this being presented as the love note tonight or this morning? It's 3:41 where I'm at. Clarify the appreciation card. And again, I thank you so much for watching. Wow, I already got one dislike. There's always somebody with their negative energy always wanting to dislike the video. And it's not even done. It's like you didn't even watch the whole thing, but you're disliking it. But whatever. Thank you for your energy, though. I appreciate it. Please clarify the appreciation card. That's a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. Again, another 5. Yansa and Shango. So Yansa, it's like the Knight of Swords for me, or the Queen of Swords rather, and Shango is like the Justice card. But they're coming in the reverse. Okay, and these are different orishas, by the way. I don't know if you're familiar with orishas, and you'll be familiar with these two deities. So this represents the energy of the Justice card. And this is about you reaping what you sow. Again, we have 5 of Swords. We have 3 5s here. There's a lot of difficulty here. And again, these challenges are inducing change in your life. Okay. This mental conflict that you have, it's almost like you have an attitude of defeat, feeling defeated. And it's time for you to cut away from that here. And with this card here, again, I used in the video for Aries, the word exasperated. And it's like you're angry, you're embittered, and I understand you're angry, you're embittered, and you're tired of feeling like you're coming in last when it comes to relationships. And this is not for everyone. This is a very specific message. And you're tired of that. You're tired of not getting what you rightfully deserve. Of course you deserve love. And I'm talking about exasperated, spelled EXACERBATE. There's another exasperated that's spelled differently. And this is to increase the severity, bitterness, or something that aggravates something. It's embittered feelings, okay? Something that's causing you to feel embittered. And this is why she's here in the reverse, because you're a little embittered by your past, by the experiences of partners that didn't that didn't appreciate you with this appreciation card. They didn't appreciate what you had to offer, all that work and that effort you put in to show them how much that you were willing to make a relationship work, or you were trying to show them that you did have worth and value. But the problem was you were trying to show something that you didn't even feel for yourself. So now you're reaping what you sow, because again, when you don't honor yourself 100%, that is what you bring in. This is about reaping what you sow. This is about planting seeds and waiting for the fruits of your labor. What kind of seeds were you planting in the past? So now you need to shift the consciousness, your consciousness. You need to vibrate higher and set the bar higher for yourself. Stop putting other people on a pedestal. It's time to put yourself on that pedestal. Stop focusing on what went wrong or other things that you perceive as challenge. Well, they are challenges because these are fives, but what you perceive as punishment is not a punishment. They're just lessons, and you're bringing these lessons in because you're needing to heal certain things about yourself. Some of this stuff stemmed from childhood. Some of these things were traumatic and were out of your control then, but now as an adult you have full control of your life, and you can shift the consciousness because all these cards are coming in reverse. Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and except the Five of Swords, because there is a conflict here. um I like to look, I'm looking at this as inner conflict. Now, if this is with another person, there is conflict between you and this person. And there's an issue with communication. This person speaks to you very harshly. This person treats you very unfairly, and this person doesn't appreciate you. But yet you continue to invest and invest and invest. You continue to wait for this person, like this person's just going to change overnight for you. And unfortunately, the way I'm looking at this spread here, I don't see that. Sorry. And if this is someone that's not in your life, hi, Miss Gutierrez. If this is not someone that's currently in your life and you're separated, it is time for you to make that painful decision of detaching. Because to be honest with you, based on the appreciation card, you feel rejected, you feel lonely, and there has been some bad decisions made. And there has been a focus on negativity. And remember, when you put whatever you put your focus on, it's what you're going to attract to yourself. Law of attraction. And this Justice card reverse is about karma. You're feeling like you want karmic justice because of all the pain you've been through. You want karmic justice for all the injustices you had to suffer. You want to win a battle that you're not going to win. And the only way out is to let go. Forgive. A lot of cards. Sweetheart, if you're waiting on this Taurus to come back, I do see reconciliation right here in the middle, because these two cards can mean reconciliation, but I'll clarify them at the end, just to, but what I'm seeing here is conflict still, because I see Libra here with the Justice card. If we were to look at it but this is not the Universal Rider Waite deck, so this is not Libra energy. Okay, Shango is a deity that inflicts justice, but sometimes it might not appear fair, but you know what I mean? But at the same time, wow. Wow. Let me put my little pen. I have Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, but Leo specifically. Do we have a Leo in the house? If there's a Leo in the house, it's time for you to move on. It's the end of this cycle for you. If you're a Leo or have Leo in your chart. I just need one card to clarify. Shango, Five of Swords, and Yansa in reverse. Yansa also for me is my side chick card. This is another woman. Some of you guys are dealing with someone that has another woman. There's a rival woman here for some of you guys. You may be the rival woman, or there's another woman. Clarify. Shango, Five of Swords, and Yansa. Wow, you just said Pisces? Well, Pisces just popped up. The Hangman reverse. This is about releasing this connection. You're missing opportunities. This is about releasing. So if you're waiting on somebody, the love note, Spirit is asking you to release anything, any unrequited love or anything that's not serving you. If it does not bring you happiness and it's only causing you discontentment, it's causing you disappointment or sadness, they're asking you to let go. But remember, I'm reading for a lot of people, Miss Gutierrez. So, Pisces, all signs are here. It doesn't specifically mean it's just him. I mean, I got Hangman, but this energy is just saying it's time to release. You done waited long enough. You done reflected long enough on the past. You already got your perspective. You've learned what you needed to learn here, and it's time to release it. Stop keeping yourself stuck. Okay? I want to get one more message from my psychic tarot for the heart. Can you give me a final message, a final note, please? A final note for a beautiful Taurian Sun, Moon, Rising. This was a very heavy reading, but like I said, it's specific to the people that have been suffering with pain and people that have been in a lack consciousness, feeling like they're never going to get a specific relationship. And Spirit is saying, don't focus on what you're not going to get. Focus on what you deserve and what you can get. Okay, to bring that into your reality. So so this was trying to come out. Third eye chakra. You're needing to trust your intuition. I'm going to pull one more. Wow. They're asking you to trust your intuition. Listen, and then it's another 6. I got 1, 2, 3 6s. Okay. Very significant. They're asking you to trust your intuition here. And it's like you already know. It's not like you don't know what you need to do. The third eye chakra is the most often talked about of all chakras. Okay? It's about your intuition, your higher levels of consciousness, and are all associated with this energy center. Found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose, it works closely with the throat and crown chakras and will assist you with your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. Okay? So this is talking about to enhance. Let's see. To enhance the chakra, close your eyes, visualize the circle as square, and then any image, practice seeing with your mind's eye. So it's coming up here in this reading because it's just saying that you need to really trust your intuition. You're going to need to do some chakra work, and they're suggesting that you close your eyes and visualize symbols, shapes, and sounds, because some of you guys have a blocked third eye chakra and you're not trusting or listening to your intuition, and this is why it's been so difficult for you to move on past this energy. Some of you are unable to move on past somebody that has already detached from you, somebody that has already left. Some of you are focused on all the bad things that happened to you in the past, and it's preventing you from being open to love. You're missing opportunities. The Spirit is saying, we're trying to give you this cup here. And they're asking you to get out that energy of feeling like it's not worth it to be open to love. Like it's just not going to work out. What's the point? What's the point? It's just gonna happen again. I'm just gonna get hurt again. They're saying don't think like that, because that is what you're attracting into your reality. Law of attraction. Give me one last message for Taurus. And then what they're saying is that there needs to be a severance from all this conflict, this conflicting energy that's bringing difficulties in your life. And they're saying to choose gratitude, shift your focus to gratitude and being grateful. Maybe start a gratitude journal so that you can shift your focus away from all the things that you don't have, or other things that went wrong, or other things that you perceive that might go wrong. If you shift your focus on all the things you have and that will help you remain positive. And whatever this unfairness and injustice was that you felt in your past, you remember that you're reaping what you sow. So basically you're attracting these experiences to you because of your mindset and of the way you think. You need to shift your mindset. You need to take a different perception. And that different perspective is now allowing you to realize that you've been keeping yourself stuck way too long. You've been waiting on somebody way too long. You've been keeping yourself from growth. You've been keeping yourself in this suspension, saying that you're not good enough to have certain things, and Spirit is saying, no, you are. So cut yourself down from that tree and move forward. Okay? Let me get one more message, and then I'll close the reading. One more message, please. One more divine message from the spiritual realm for Taurian, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Remember, this is a general message. If you resonated with this message, please leave a comment. Please like or subscribe. Okay? I do personal readings. If you would like a personal reading, please email me. Ooh. Okay. Choose your battles is standing out to me. I'm not going to take it, but because I see this Five of Swords, you may be dealing with someone that constantly, that you argue with. Like I said, there's a communication issue with whoever this person is that you were dealing with, or you're still dealing with. You guys have trouble communicating. There's a lot of fights and arguments. A lot of this is because you're holding on to past pains, and you're having energy of unforgiveness that you need to let go of. You need to heal that part of you, that unforgiveness part. We have the Hierophant card coming up, and this is about this is not just about, it says teach, but this is about learning these lessons. It's another 5. Okay, because Spirit is asking you to change. This is all about changing. And you're supposed to be learning from these experiences. These experiences are teaching you. They're teaching you the things that you don't want. They're teaching you that if you focus on the things that you don't want, you're attracting them into your life. So you're supposed to learn so that you can shift your consciousness, so that you can raise it, so that you can be in alignment with the better experiences for you. So when you are reflecting back on the past, are you looking back at the lessons that were learned? Are you looking back at the past mistakes to make sure that you're not bringing those past mistakes into your future? This is a major arcana, and like I said, it coincides with the Hierophant card, and it's about although this card brings the dual energies of both teaching and learning, you have much wisdom to offer regarding your affairs of the heart. This wisdom has been gained through all your joys and your sorrows. At this time, there may be an opportunity to assist someone regarding a relationship. That person may even be you. When this opportunity arises, remember the shepherd, one who gently guides his sheep along the desired path. Use the same gentleness in guiding yourself or others, but mostly yourself, being more gentle with yourself, not being so harsh on yourself, not talking down on yourself, not saying that you can't have certain things, that you're not deserving of certain things. Okay? This may also be an opportunity to learn right now. Okay? This could take place in many ways, through conversations, observations, or even reflection. Again, reflection. I just mentioned be reflecting. When you're reflecting, because we have the 7 here, and remember I said 7s are about reflection. So when you are Spirit is saying that you have opportunities to learn these lessons by reflecting. Yes, it's okay to reflect on the past, but don't be fixated on the negative events of it. Look back and realize that these were lessons to empower you and to make you stronger. Okay? It says, take a moment to reflect on what you have already learned about your relationships and what you still want or need to understand. Then seek a teacher who will help you arrive at that understanding. The downside of the teach card is when our teachers want us to blindly follow their direction. In relationships, this often leads to restrictions and disappointment. These teachers come in many forms: family, friends, society, and so on. If a relationship is not going smoothly, maybe it's time to examine the beliefs you hold about relationships. Are they truly your beliefs, or Have you unintentionally accepted the belief of others? Beliefs that no longer serve you. I can't make this stuff up. If you're in a relationship that is not bringing you joy, fulfillment, and happiness, that is full of toxicity, argument, somebody's not appreciating you, you're investing a lot of time in someone that keeps leaving you and you keep waiting on them, look back, reflect, and think, was this worth it? All this time that I put into this person, was it worth it? Did this person love me the way I loved them? Did this person invest in me the way I invested in them? Once you do your reflecting, don't get stuck in this energy reflecting. Unstuck yourself. That is unstuck. Get unstuck. Don't continue to wait on someone that don't even deserve you, that don't even appreciate you. Okay? So that is your message. Trust your intuition. And if you're having trouble trusting your intuition, I would suggest you go on YouTube and you can put in third eye chakra meditation or something like that. You can type that in and you can find different videos on how to unblock your third eye in music, binaural beats that you can listen to help open up your third eye. Be careful with opening up your third eye. I really like to mention that. Don't force it. Do your research first. Some of you guys are just intuitive by nature. If you are already intuitive and you already know how to listen to have followed your intuition in the past, just really just take the time out to really meditate or sit under a tree in quietness and just let the messages come to you. That's all you got to do, is just sit under a tree, no phone, no talking, just sit there. Take in the environment, take in nature, and let the messages come to you. They will come in slowly, they'll be subtle, but what you'll realize is that you'll have little epiphanies about all the things you've been going through, and you'll realize that, wow, the red flags were there the whole time. You'll start to understand, like, dang, I really put myself through that. Like, I didn't even have to go through all of that, And then this will also help you realize your own self-worth and value. And once you do realize these things, you'll realize that you deserve much better than whatever this person is trying to offer you, okay? You're welcome, Ms. Gutierrez. Thank you so much for sticking with me and listening. Thank you guys. Like, once again, if you did resonate with this message, please let me know in the comments. Please like and